what's the saddest thing in the world is what they did to Justin Bieber. Now, I hate to say that, but I hate to say that because I really like Justin Bieber.
It's Suge Knight, former CEO of Death Row Records, calling from the prison he's been kept in since 2018.
I mean, you had grown men would take Justin Bieber. A grown man take Justin Bieber when he was young to a vacation, a romantic vacation, showing pictures on the Instagram with no women, nobody else but a grown, successful man and this little kid.
Suge Knight's words confirm what Justin Bieber's fans have long feared. Today, we'll uncover not only the details of Sean Diddy Combs' alleged assault on Bieber, but also the deeper reasons behind Bieber's lifelong struggles with depression, anxiety, and addiction. Since Diddy's downfall, Bieber has reportedly wanted to enter rehab, but avoids it, thinking his life would be in danger.
Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
When Justin Bieber made a name for himself in the industry, no one batted an eye for the relationship with his mentor. Diddy was a creative inspiration, but his influence on the up-and-coming singer was much more significant. The world-renowned producer had taken Bieber under his protective wings, and he was willing to give him the keys to stardom, alongside the keys to a Lamborghini when he's 16 and the keys to a mansion when he's 18. Of course, since Diddy's arrest last September, this whole relationship is seen in a totally different light, with the video you've just seen taken as proof of Diddy's. However, judging by what Suge Knight said, what Justin Bieber must have gone through was worse. Much worse. For many years, Justin Bieber's battle against depression and substance abuse was believed to be linked with his rapid rise to stardom. However, in light of recent rumors and allegations against Diddy, fans of Bieber started to believe that the disgraced rap mogul had an undeniable effect on Bieber's troubles. Though he never implied anything about Diddy, many believed that Bieber's interview in Vogue magazine in September of 2019 was revealing. "I found myself doing things I was ashamed of, being super promiscuous, and I think I used Xanax because of the shame. My mom always taught me to treat women with respect, and that was always in my mind while I was doing these things, so I could never enjoy it. Drugs became a barrier between me and my actions. It got really dark." Bieber's 2021 song Lonely is also believed to be a reference to these dark times. As avid fans would know, Bieber's heard singing,
"And maybe that's the price you pay for the money and fame at an early age."
Though it doesn't feel like it, this horrifying story began a year before Justin Bieber was even born. When Usher, a talented kid who wanted to become a singer more than anything else, met with one of the most influential producers of the time, Sean Diddy Combs.
Everybody knew who Puffy did. Not one person didn't know that Puffy was Usher.
Combs' executive produced Usher's first studio album and launched his career. But before that happened, the talented young boy had to attend what his newly found mentor would call the Puffy Flavor Camp. In an interview with Howard Stern back in 2016, Usher revealed bits and pieces of his time with Diddy as a 13-year-old.
I went there to see the lifestyle,
right?
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
Many years down the line, now an established star, Usher wanted to help out another young and talented boy the way he was helped by Diddy. That boy's name was Justin Bieber, and according to Jaguar Wright, one of the most outspoken people against Diddy and his alleged crimes, Usher did the unthinkable.
Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute, and his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that.
Both Usher and Justin Bieber have been understandably silent since Diddy has been put behind bars, and neither of them addressed any rumor, let alone this wild claim by Jaguar Wright. Since Wright uttered these words and implicitly accused Usher of helping Diddy prey upon Justin Bieber, her take has been labeled as far-fetched. One of Wright's previous claims that suggested Jay-Z and Beyoncé were the real forces behind Diddy had been rebutted by the duo's lawyer. So it was common for people to take her stories with a grain of salt. But then came the phone call you heard at the beginning of the episode, and it changed everything. Marion Hugh Suge Knight Jr. is no stranger to the music industry. A convicted felon for voluntary held in a prison in California since 2018. He's also a former record producer, one of the co-founders of Death Row Records, and a central figure in gangsta rap's rise to prominence in the 90s. Since he's been put behind bars, Suge has practically gone obsolete. But this recent phone call he made from Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility made him one of the most talked about figures in the industry once again. For more than a month, things Suge Knight said were believed to be exaggerated rumors. Some people even questioned whether or not it was really him who's been heard over the phone. But recently, many, if not all of the claims of the convicted felon are being published as part of blind items, since Knight's conversation from prison was being recorded to be transcribed afterwards. According to countless blind items getting traction by the day, Suga had this conversation with Michael Harry O'Harris, a co-founder of Death Row Records who spent 33 years in prison on drug charges before Donald Trump granted him clemency in 2021. But in reality, the man on the other end of the line was none other than Michael Franzese, previously a high-ranked mobster in the Colombo crime family who was himself a convicted felon. Franzese got out of prison in 1994, and he left behind the crime life in a public manner through his autobiography, Quitting the Mob Now. An entrepreneur, motivational speaker, and a YouTuber, Franzese creates content regarding anything revolving around crime. And he is the man who gave Suge Knight a platform for him to tell what many believed or wanted to believe to be nothing but rumors. Suge Knight not only validates what Jaguar Wright had said, but he also brings further attention to Usher's role in Justin Bieber's career. Like everyone involved in Diddy's life at some point, it is unlikely for Justin Bieber or Usher to openly talk about their relationship with the disgraced rap mogul. But if Diddy's trial happens to be remotely what so many people want it to be, where his appearances in court would be live-streamed, we'll be more than likely to find everything about everyone involved. And that day, unfortunately, is still too far ahead. Diddy's trial is set to begin on May 5th, 2025. Do you think we'll get to find out more about the Diddy-Usher-Bieber triangle until then?